it's me, Renee. I'm back. I wasn't here on Friday. I don't know, I do this sometimes, but yeah, because I had a bit of a cold, a bit of a sickness. I was a bit sick. Now, I'm not completely coldless, but I'm better, so yeah, here I am doing this video. So, this is, again, something I don't do often, but I do it sometimes. It is just a review, it's a review of this book. So this is this is Ever After. Sorry, I always want to say Happily Ever After, but yeah, it's so this is so this is Ever After. I always want to add the happily, but yeah. So this is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. It's um it is a high fantasy, low stakes rom-com, I want to say, because it's set in a fantasy world, but it's more like much more based around the love story than it's about like saving the kingdom and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a great book. I love it so much. Honestly, also, I'm gonna say this. This might get me some haters. This might get me some people who will not watch more of my videos. Honestly, I don't care. I'm on of honesty. And also, if you unsubscribe because of one opinion, you should be not that into having all the same opinions as all people on YouTube. But yeah, here's the thing. I kind of think this um did what now I'm blanking out. But that book, oh, that everyone else loves. Yeah, everyone else, you already know. And that's oh god, I'm gonna have to check it out. What is that book again? By Travis Baldry. The you know what? It's just so annoying. Bone dust and broomsticks. No, coffee shops and oh yeah, I can't remember the title. I can't figure it out now because my computer's all willy-nilly, so I can't do things at the same time. I have to film them all at the same time, so yeah. Anyway, that first poetry book that everyone loves. Honestly, I didn't love it. Like everyone's all about like how it's the best thing since sliced bread and it's the coolest fantasy and like yeah, I did it on audio and I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. So I kind of feel like this one kind of did the same thing better because I feel like the first poetry book it gave you a big universe, but it told you a small slice of the story, and that you kind of felt like, at least for me, I kind of felt like I was thrown into the world. I didn't really get I didn't really feel like I was part of the world. It kind of felt like I was just kind of along for a ride, like along for it sounds good. Like yeah, I was forced to be like I was joining the world and like the midway part, and they told about things that happened before, but you didn't really understand what happened before and whatnot. This does kind of the same thing, where it's all about it. They talk about what happened before the book started, but they talk about it in a way that you feel like you don't really feel like you needed to be there, that like this is the second book, that you should have read the first book first. No, this feels like yeah, okay, things happened before the book, but there's not uh like you're not confused. You're not like what did we just get thrown into this at the deep end. No, this book kind of gives you the world building that you need. You fall in love with the characters. You get to know the characters. And yeah, the characters themselves already knew each other from before this book, most of them anyway. But still, yeah, it just does world building in a great way. And also, I've kind of hinted at this, but I just love the idea of this book because at the start, the very start of this book, you have like the friend gang. They go into a room, or they are in a war room. They're fighting with the bad guys, and like in the first paragraph or whatnot, one of the people, Eric, he kills the big baddie, and that's the start of the book. And it's just so fun. It's like this. I mean, this is ever after. It's kind of what happens after you killed the big bad. What happens now? And then the big bad was a king of this kingdom because he took over the other kings. He kind of slayed the earlier king. So someone has to be a king now. Okay, that's me, I suppose. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's someone else to try to find other people to rule, but they can't because reasons. I'm not gonna tell you what happened with that. And then so this guy who kind of just thought he was gonna go on a quest and save a kingdom, also suddenly he's a king himself. So it's kind of so fun to like, okay, so what you do now then? A lot of people in this country are killed, or like, how do you start a kingdom up again? Get, um, how do you get trust from neighboring kingdoms and whatnot? And it's just, yeah, I love that. It's just kind of feels very down to earth, but it's in fantastic elements. And also there's and yeah, also like the main love story is between uh two men, but they're both, well, I don't know, but they read by at least. I like that. And also like there's no homophobia. There's never a reason like scene where someone says like, "Oh, you like a girl? That's so unnatural." No, no one does that at all. There's also nobility uh, from like uh, from a neighboring kingdom that's non-binary, and that's kind of not linked at all. It's just that's how it is. It's just yeah, it's just a lovely, lovely story, and it's also very, very funny. So funny and also great cover. I just honestly, to me, this is one of those books where I have zero complaints, and I will take zero comments about this book. This book is a masterpiece. It's just amazing. It's not just a new favorite read of 2024 or new favorite read of July. It's a new favorite read of all time. And yeah, I will definitely be checking out more FT Lucan's stories. And yeah, if you're into this kind of thing, if you're into funny stories set in a fantastic element, though I suppose in a way also you could say maybe it's more like in a way you could also like if you don't love fantasy, you could still read this also because it doesn't really have that many fantastic elements. Like there's one beast at the beginning there's some fantastic elements and then one element throughout, but it's not like any of the main characters are vampires or whatnot. It kind of reads much more like a story that just happens to be fantastical. So like yeah, you could read this even if you're not like a big fantasy nerd. Though of course if you are, you'll still probably enjoy this, I feel like. And yeah. So this is Ever After by F.T. Lucans. Read it or regret it. And yeah, if you read it yourself, give me a comment about it. If you read anything else really lately that you enjoyed, talk about that. And if not, give me a fun, fantastical emoji in the comments. And I'll see you soon. Bye.